Eighth graders, you may be seated. Good morning, parents, guardians, friends, families, and supporters, and welcome to Helen Fort Middle School's Team 8-3 Awards Ceremony. My name is Tammy Streggy, and I'm the principal of Helen Fort Middle School. This celebration is truly a community event, and in that spirit of community, I'd like to recognize the support of two of our Board of Education members, Ms. Terry Maldonado and Ms. Sandy Glosson. In addition, I'd like to recognize our Assistant Superintendent, Lena Gianetti. At this time, please join me in observing the national anthem, sung for us by the Helen Fort Chorus, and then please remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reckless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free, the home of the brave?
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. It was Malcolm X who taught us that education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. Students, today we are metaphorically stamping your passport from Helen Fort Middle School and transitioning you to the world of high school. On this journey, you have been assisted by your parents, your friends, your loved ones, and your teachers on Team 8-3. Ms. Baldwin, Mr. Galucio, Ms. Jen J., Ms. Coach, Mr. Lamola, Ms. Mortensen, Mr. Schaefer, Mrs. Seeley, Ms. Sitzler, Ms. Theinert, and our Team 3 guidance counselor, Ms. Ricardo. Parents, many of these teachers have taught your students this past year, and like the rest of the school, we are excited to see what the future holds for the young ladies and gentlemen in front of you as they take their passports to 9th grade. At this time, I would like to welcome Mr. Galucio to the podium as our MC for the rest of the ceremony.
Thank you, Ms. Streggy. Once again, good morning and welcome to our Team 8-3 promotion ceremony. Today is a special time for us to be able to recognize our students for their achievements throughout the past school year. We will begin our program by presenting subject area awards. If you are called for an award, please line up in front of the stage for pictures. I ask that you please hold all applause until we have called one category, and then we will give time for pictures after all the names are called. Ms. Jezraevsky will now present the Science Awards.
Let's bring this down. The Science Award is for the person who explores scientific problems, exhibits curiosity, honesty, open-mindedness, skepticism, and creativity in the pursuit of understanding the physical and natural world. Please hold your applause until all names are called. My colleagues and I would like to recognize the following students: Natalie Albus, Gabriel Allen, Natalie Bethune, Elise Black, Genesis Brown, Mackenzie Clark, Yasmin Cologne, Jude Blas, Elizabeth Georgieff, Azaria Giddings, Maya Goretsky, Sahaya Gray, Kai Hutchins, Mackenzie Lacey, Allison Lambert, Emily Lynn, Brianna Malave, Edgar Mendoza, Katie Madura, Chelsea Knoll, Maya Akowitz, Pablo Roman, Adriana Sweet, Nabil Tufero, Jeremy Voroblik, and Peyton Whitey. Parents, you're able to take pictures now if you want. We'll do this for each subject. We take pictures. Let them take pictures. Be the first one. The first one. No, Scott is. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Galucio will now present the awards for social studies.
Thank you, Ms. Jezraevsky. The Social Studies Award is for the student who has shown a genuine interest in the study of history, the issues that affect society, and the correlation between the two. They actively participated in class discussions and shared their opinions and concerns about the world. Please hold your applause again until all names are called. My colleagues and I would like to recognize the following students for the Social Studies Award: Natalie Albus, Gabriel Allen, Natalie Bethune, Elise Black, Michael Brittner, Malika Brody, Genesis Brown, Michaela Shavaria, Mackenzie Clark, Yasmin Cologne, Jude Blas, Daniel Freeman, Montana Fulmer, Elizabeth Georgieff, Azaria Giddings, Maya Goretsky, Sahaya Gray, William Gray, Haley Grover, McCarmen Guillen, Dakari Harrell, Jennifer Hernandez, Kai Hutchins, George Inge, Amiley Jones, Mackenzie Lacey, Emily Lynn, Brianna Malave, Layla Marshall, Edgar Mendoza, Caitlin Madura, Chelsea Knoll, Maya Okolowitz, Joyce Palfy, Robert Palfy, Dwayne Phelps, Alyssa Rains, Cameron Reed, Ivan Riley, Pablo Roman, Nathan Rosario, Angelina Scarlett, Adriana Sweet, Nabil Tufero, Jeremy Vrablik, Ryan Ward, David Witos, and Peyton Whitey. Proud of you guys. Additionally, for exceptional effort in social studies, I'd like to recognize Daniel Freeman and Jennifer Hernandez. Ms. Coach will now present her awards for mathematics. Thanks, guys.
The Math Award is given to a student who has shown an understanding in mathematical concepts and ideas over the course of the school year. They have used their problem-solving skills and knowledge to build a stronger foundation in the field of mathematics. Please hold your applause until all names are called. My colleagues and I would like to recognize the following students for Math Awards. For tenacity in mathematics, Natalie Bethune, Mackenzie Clark, Yasmin Colon, Elizabeth Georgieff, Sahaya Gray, Ma Carmen Gillen, Kai Hutchins, Allison Lambert, Emily Lynn, Brianna Malave, Layla Marshall, Chelsea Knoll, Jeremy Vrablik, and David Witos. Keep going? Okay. For academic excellence, Elise Black, Genesis Brown, Azaria Giddings, Maya Goretsky, Haley Grover, Edgar Mendoza, Caitlin Medora, Maya Akowitz, Peyton Whitey, and Victoria Morfin. Mr. Schaefer will now present his awards for mathematics.
All right, congratulations to all the graduates. I was a little concerned about a few of you. I can tell by looking at your parents' faces, they might be also, but we made it. You guys did it. So. Back to the script before I get myself in trouble. Mathematics is both a science and an art form which requires students to persevere through tough topics in order to achieve understanding and then excellence. Please hold your applause until all names are called. I would like to recognize the following students for the math awards from the classes that I taught. For excellence in mathematics, Natalie Albus, Mikey Brittner, Jude Blas, Miley Jones, Mackenzie Lacey, Veronica Mitchell, Joyce Palfy, Cameron Reed, Ivan Riley, Nabil Tafaru, and Ryan Ward. And for most improved in mathematics, we have Robert Morfin and Alyssa Rains. And for the hardest working mathematician, Chelsea Ramondo. So parents can come take a picture. Congratulations, you guys can be seated. And now Ms. Steiner and Ms. Seeley will present their Math and Language Arts Awards.
I'm not going to cry. Believe it or not, after 41 years of being a teacher, saying goodbye to students is the most difficult part of my job. I have had the honor of working with the most amazing 8th graders, many I have known since 3rd grade. I am proud of all your accomplishments, your hard work, and most of all, the young men and women you have become. We have shared so much the past year, our good and bad days, our successes and mistakes, and it was usually me making the mistakes, agreements and disagreements, but we always supported each other. You always supported me. You teach me every single day and make me a better person. You are the reason I come to school every day. I was once told that teachers do not love their students because they are not family. Well, that person was wrong. You are loved, and we are family. I have been blessed to call you one of my kids. Please understand that you will be leaving this building, but I will never leave you. You will always be in my heart, and I'm here for you always. In closing, now it's your turn to share with the world how amazing you are. Remember the constant theme of books and discussions we have had in English language arts. Choose kind. You matter. Love conquers the darkness. Hate never wins. Focus on the people who believe in you and help you to shine, and remember to thank and love those who love you. It has been said that the best kind of people are the ones that come into our life and make you see the sun where you once saw clouds. The people that believe in you so much, you start to believe in you too. The people that love you for being you, the once-in-a-lifetime kind of people, and this is all of you. But if you have a dark day, please remember the words that are outside my door. Promise me you will always remember you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. And now the awards for language arts and social studies are Julia Curtis, Anaya Marrero, Cassandra Mullichan Pettiford, Sean Boucher, Amy Middlestat, and John Vickers.
So it's funny because I've worked with Miss Seeley now for 6 years, and the beginning and the end of our speech is almost identical, so that's pretty hysterical. So this is the one thing I dread the most being a teacher, saying goodbye. For me, I try to look at it as not a goodbye, but more of a see you later. And more of I cannot wait to see what you become. As a teacher, you're supposed to come in and teach your students. But for me, I feel like I grow and learn with my students. This year, my students taught me way more than one lesson. The first, most important lesson they taught me is that life is too important to be taken seriously. My kids have shown me that sometimes you just have to laugh. As they know, I am always losing it or I've already lost it. But in those times, you just have to smile and laugh and move forward. And man, do these kids know how to make me smile. They can literally turn around anyone's day. Finally, they taught me. I told them I'm not going to cry. Nothing can dim the light that shines within. All of these students have so much light and brightness to share with the world. They all have such grit as well as empathy, which is truly something you cannot teach. They are truly spectacular, and I cannot wait to see what they do in their future. So as you move on to high school, just remember what I told you on the very first day of school. I believe in you. I am here for you. I know you are capable, you are listened to. I expect great things. I love how unique you are. I care for you. and I'll never give up on you, and you will succeed. So thank you guys for an incredible year. And with that being said, I would like to recognize the following students for excellence in math: Brandon Cooper, Najir Jones, James Shin, and Raymond Shin. And now Ms. Mortensen will present awards for language arts.
The Language Arts Award is given to students who encompass both strengths found in language arts: a passion for reading and the ability to articulate their viewpoints through their writing. Through their passion for reading, they are able to question a text and voraciously search for the truth that hides in between the author's words. Through their ability to write, they are able to express themselves in a way that conveys their ideas and persuades a reader to stop in their tracks and in turn question the reader's initial thoughts. These students have achieved great strides within language arts. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. My language arts colleagues and I would like to recognize the following students for the Language Arts Award. For excellence in language arts: Natalie Albus, Elise Black, Genesis Brown, Maya Goretzky, Haley Grover, Marcus Hicks, Kai Hutchins, Allison Lambert, Mason Mears, Edgar Mendoza, Zakiah Smith, Peyton Whitey, Jasmine Wood. For leadership in language arts: Montana Fulmer, Veronica Mitchell, Dwayne Phelps, Alyssa Raines, Angelina Scarlett, Stephen Stackhouse, and Jack Ladarjak. For most improved in language arts: George Inge and Cole Roscoz. Ms. Baldwin will now present her Language Arts Award.
This Language Arts Award is for the student who has a true appreciation for reading and writing. This student is able to utilize active reading strategies to delve into the true meaning of the most difficult texts, as well as use creativity and problem-solving skills to produce both lyrical prose and poetry alike. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. I would like to recognize the following students for the Language Arts Award: Gabe Allen, Mikey Brittner, Kenzie Clark, Ava Dorsey, Jude Blas, Elizabeth Georgieff, Sahaya Gray, McCarmen Gillen, Kenzie Lacey, Brianna Malave, Layla Marshall, Dustin McCarthy, Caitlin Madure, Katie Kate, I should have said, Chelsea Knoll, Joycey Palfy, Mr. Palfy, Ivan Riley, Adriana Sweet, and Nabil Tufuro. Okay, students, you may be seated. The cycle and special awards will be presented next. These awards encompass a multitude of talents. The physical education awards are presented to athletically gifted students, as well as students who display good sportsmanship. The choral and music awards are presented to the students who exhibit an understanding of music and singing. The Spanish awards are presented to the students who exhibit an understanding of Spanish language and conversation. The STEAM awards are presented to students who utilize their knowledge of science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics to solve real-world problems. The speech awards are presented to students for their efforts in communication skills. The academic prep award is for students who work to their full potential each day and every day in academic prep. And AVID awards are for students who utilize writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading to complete various higher level activities. When your name is called, please proceed to the front of the auditorium. Please hold your applause until all names are called. There are a lot of kids, so please be patient. Natalie Bethune, Elise Black, Amiley Jones, Mackenzie Lacey, Edgar Mendoza, Maya Akowitz, Najee Ringo, and James Shin for the Physical Education Awards. I'll keep going. The awards for music and chorus, Maya Goretzky, stay up there, guys. Maya Goretzky, Mackenzie Lacey, and Mason Mears. The awards for Spanish are presented to Mikey Brittner, Daniel Freeman, Maya Goretzky, Haley Grover, Marcus Hicks, Mason Mears, Edgar Mendoza, Maya Akowitz, Alyssa Raines, Pablo Roman, Angelina Scarlett, and Adriana Sweet. The award for STEAM is presented to Amiley Jones. The awards for speech are presented to Brandon Cooper, Julia Curtis, Daniel Freeman, Jennifer Hernandez, Najir Jones, Anaya Marrero, Amy Middlestat, Cassandra Mulchan Pettiford, Pablo Roman, Nathan Rosario, James Shin, Raymond Shin, John Vickers, and Jack Flajarczyk. Okay, and the award for academic prep is presented to Alyssa Raines. And finally, for AVID, we have Natalie Albus, Natalie Bethune, Elise Black, Genesis Brown, Mackenzie Clark, Yasmin Cologne, Montana Fulmer, Elizabeth Georgieff, Mackenzie Lacey, Emily Lynn, Caitlin Medora, Chelsea Knoll, Joyce Palfy, and Peyton Whiting. Students, you may be seated.
The Perfect Attendance Award comes from more than just setting the alarm to wake up at the right time and catching the bus regardless of the weather. It comes from a desire to want to learn, experience education, and be part of the school community. We again ask the following students to stand at their seat. We ask that the following students stand at their seat in order to be recognized. McCarmen Guillen and Robert Palfy. Thank you, guys. The National Junior Honor Society Award is given to students who have maintained a grade point average of 3.4 or higher, both in 7th and 8th grade. They also exemplify proven ability to meet high standards in leadership, citizenship, character, and community service. We ask that the following students stand at their seat in order to be recognized. Azaria Giddings, McCarmen Guillen, Kai Hutchins, Emily Jones, Mackenzie Lacey, Brianna Malave, Caitlin Madura, Maya Oklowitz. The Presidential Awards are given to students with exceptional academic achievement. President Trump has commended these students, wishing them continued success in their academics. President Trump's commendation is displayed in the auditorium lobby, and we encourage everyone to read his well wishes to our students. The Silver Award is a prominent award presented to students achieving all A's and B's for the first 3 marking periods of their 8th grade year. Students, please come to the front of the stage when your name is called. Natalie Albus, Natalie Bethune, Elise Black, Michael Brittner, Genesis Brown, Mackenzie Clark, Julia Curtis, Daniel Freeman, Montana Fulmer, Elizabeth Georgieff, Azaria Giddings, Haley Grover, McCarmen Guillen, Kai Hutchins, Amiley Jones, Najir Jones, Allison Lambert, Brianna Malave, Edgar Mendoza, Caitlin Madura, Cassandra Mulchen Pettiford, Victoria Morfin, Robert Palfy, Ivan Riley, Nathan Rosario, James Shin, Raymond Shin, Adriana Sweet, Ryan Ward, and Peyton Whiting. Thank you, students. You may be seated. The Gold Award is a prestigious award presented to students achieving all A's for the first 3 marking periods of their 8th grade year. Students, again, please come to the front of the stage when your name is called. Mr. Jude Fanona Blas, Miss Maya Goretsky, Miss Mackenzie Lacey, Miss Maya Oklowitz. You could be seated, students. Thank you. I'd now like to introduce Ms. Nicole Ricardo, the Team 8-3 Guidance Counselor, to present the prestigious I Care Award.
As a member of the Burlington County Counselors Association, I have the opportunity to award one student from Team 8-3 with the I Care Award. The I Care Award goes to a student that has shown exemplary caring and humanitarian concern for others in an admirable and unselfish manner. This year's recipient started his education in the United States this school year. Even though the beginning of the school year was very overwhelming for him, he never complained. He adjusted to the large class sizes, diverse population of students, and complicated schedules. When new students entered the room, he went out of his way to welcome them and help them to adjust to life at the fort without even being told to do so. One of his teachers, Mr. Schaefer, shared that he has a very caring heart that reflects his everyday routines. He works with any student that he is grouped with and will help answer questions from anyone. He is like a sponge that absorbs information and then applies it to his work while sharing his knowledge with other classmates. He is like having a second teacher in the classroom that can do anything you ask of him. He never complains, but you will hear an occasional "I don't get it" from him when someone makes an inappropriate comment or remark. His teachers boasted he is one of the kindest students they have ever taught. This year's I Care Award recipient is June Finona Bloss. Come on up.
Principal Strege will now present the Principal Award.
It is always an honor to present the Principal's Awards, as I believe that all students can become leaders if they have the motivation and the confidence to do so. Being a leader involves students being involved throughout their educational experience and challenging themselves to inspire others. This year's Principal Award is based on both leadership and character. The students who received this award demonstrated these traits with their peers and teachers alike. I have no doubt that these two students will continue to inspire others with their fine character and leadership as they become high school students. Congratulations to the two students who have been selected to receive the 2018-19 Principals Awards, Edgar Mendoza and Maya Okulowicz. Please join me on stage.
Thank you, Principal Strege. Now Ms. Baldwin will present the Janiah Castleberry Scholarship.
In our Avid family, we deal with a rainbow of emotions. We like to be happy and proud. However, in August of 2015, we were heartbroken and saddened by the sudden tragic death of one of our own avid students, Janiyah Castleberry. Janiyah was the epitome of our avid program, enthusiastic, a hard worker, and had a zest for life. To honor her memory, Janiyah's family generously gives an annual scholarship in her name each year during our promotion ceremonies, and they're seated right here. The scholarship recipient is chosen based on the same criteria that Janiyah showed during her time here at Helen Fort. A GPA of at least a 3.0, a 2-year avid student, plans to continue in the avid program throughout high school, and intentions of attending a college or university. They must have excellent behavior, completed community service, participated in extracurricular activities, and exhibit leadership qualities. The Janiyah Castleberry Scholarship is in the amount of $1,000 and will be used for the student's college education. So here's a little backstory. I had to arm wrestle Miss McQuillan in order to be able to read this little introduction. However, she wrote it. If there's one word to describe this year's recipient, it is determined. This student is always striving to reach the next level. When map testing, this student was super competitive concerning her standing against other classmates. This student is a member of the high school marching band and indoor guard. The amount of hours upon hours of practice put into this activity as only an 8th grader is no small feat. But again, this student is determined. This student also is determined to be unapologetically herself. For example, just recently she won a dancing competition we had during Zest Fest. She danced like no one was watching. Her continued determination and passion for life makes her the best recipient for this award. This year, we are proud and honored to present the Janiyah Castleberry Scholarship to Elizabeth Georgiette.
At this time, please welcome back the Helen A. Ford Singers to perform What a Wonderful World.
I'll ride with the horses, I'll swim through the sea, I'll climb to the mountain tops. Won't you come follow me? I'll take time to notice all that I see. And after I've come so far, you know where I'll be. I'll fly away home.
Thank you, ladies. Students recently wrote essays to reflect on their time here at Helen Fort Middle School. We received many excellent essays from talented writers. However, 2 student essays were stellar for different reasons. Our first speaker, Ms. Chelsea Raimondo, embodies the Helen Fort Middle School character education Hornet Pride trait of grit. Please give a warm welcome to Chelsea.
Good morning, families, friends, and graduates. My name is Chelsea Raimondo. I moved here in January. Before I moved, I lived in Williamstown for most of my life. At first, it was hard for me to adjust because I did not know anyone here at Helen Fort. I had to leave my well-known teachers and lifelong friends behind. Of course, I was aware that I would miss them, but I also knew I couldn't get out of leaving. I just had to look on the bright side of the situation. I thought maybe it was a good thing to have a fresh start. Now that I've adjusted to the school, I have to say I'm glad that I moved. I'm very proud of myself for trying and succeeding. If I had to come up with something to say to my 7th grade self, it would be to never give up no matter how hard the challenge, because giving up gets you nowhere. I wanted to give up on my schoolwork when I thought there was no hope for me when I first started here at Helen Fort. But then I remembered I wanted to graduate and experience high school, so I got myself together and successfully completed my work. Here I am today, graduating from my last day of middle school. I like to think of it as a baby bird leaving their nest. When I was in 7th grade, I would have never expected myself to have enough courage to leave the comfort zone of my school and then to come to a place where I knew nobody. If I had to come up with something to say to my 12th grade self, it would be that I had made it. If I can make it through this crazy place we call school, I can do anything I put my mind to. I am so happy that I am standing here and graduating the 8th grade. When I finally graduate high school, I know that I will be jumping for joy. I always think about the day where I will throw my overly decorated cap in the air. Next, I would like to talk about my 8th grade experiences and what I learned from them. I learned that change is good. I also learned about the bravery and courage I didn't know I had. When I made my very first friend here, Anais, I learned that true friends are great role models and that a true friend will always support you when needed. When I got my first Student of the Month award given to me by Mr. Schaefer, I learned that you don't have to be the best at something to be the best of yourself. Lastly, I learned that even though your good behavior isn't always acknowledged at that point in time, it is always recognized. Lastly, I would like to give recognition to the people who helped me along the way. I would like to start with my teachers. Miss J, thank you for always making sure that I was okay. You are an amazing teacher. Miss Mortensen, thank you for always having concern about me and my well-being. You are the best language arts teacher ever. Keep up the good work. Mr. Galucio, thank you for always helping me with getting my grades up when I was not at my best. You have inspired me to continue to push forward and to go far in life. Finally, my favorite teacher, Mr. Schaefer, thank you for talking to me after class every day. Thank you for always making me laugh with your corny dad jokes. Thank you for convincing me that I was worth it, even though I didn't think I was. You're the most supportive math teacher a student could have. Next, I would like to thank my foster mom, Miss Sharon, for always convincing me to go to school, even when I didn't want to. I would also like to thank my DCP&P worker, Miss Tracy. You are honestly the most supportive and amazing person I know. I wouldn't be graduating without you. I don't give you the amount of gratitude you deserve. You are my everything. I would now like to thank my family, starting with my grandfather. I know you are not around to hear this, but I just want to say I love you, and you're one of the reasons I'm graduating today. Rest in peace, Pop. I would like to thank my brothers Nick and Joe for always supporting me through the rough times and making sure I had good grades. Your help and support is greatly appreciated. I love you guys. Lastly, I would like to thank my mother. Without you, I wouldn't have learned everything I know. Without you, I wouldn't be the mature young lady I am today. Thank you for everything you have done for me. I wouldn't get around without your cooking, cleaning, and discipline. I love you. If I am asked what I learned throughout this crazy journey of middle school, I will say that I learned a little bit about myself and what I am capable of doing. Before I end the speech, I would like to say good luck to all my fellow graduates. Enjoy high school and make sure to do the right things. I would also like to say to all the families out in the audience, thanks for coming.
Great job, Chelsea. Our second student speaker embodies the voice of Team 8-3's class of 2019. His words are genuine, charismatic, and heartfelt. Please welcome Mr. Ivan Riley as he shares his writing with us.
Good morning. My name is Ivan Riley. I have to be honest and tell you that I not only wrote this essay because I wanted to be chosen to speak at this promotion ceremony, but I also wanted a chance to express all that I have gone through in my 8th grade year. It has been a bumpy ride, but it is a bumpy ride with a stellar landing. As you can see, we are all about to take a big leap into high school. We are all getting ready to experience a whole new world. I have grown so much this year, and I accomplished so many goals that I did not think I would reach for a long time. I got my first job working at Six Flags. A lot of people do not get to do that at only 14 years of age, but I'm more mature now, and the teachers that I have had this year has taught me that I can do whatever I put my mind to. Mr. Schaefer, my math teacher, he is one of the coolest teachers I've had this year. He always finds a way to make us laugh and always brightens up the lessons. Miss Campbell, my gym teacher, she has been my motivation for the 2 years that I've had her. She was my physical education teacher for 2 years, and she was a great teacher. She always looked out for me and kept me positive on days when I didn't want to be at school or days I was just too tired to be involved and active. Miss J, my science teacher, she inspired me to love science. In the beginning of the year, I used to dread going to science class because I thought it was boring and a useless subject. But once I knew how fun her class and science was, I tried to be the first one there every day. Mr. G, my social studies teacher. He is one of the smartest teachers I ever met. He can tell you anything you need to know about any type of history, and on some days, I really enjoyed debating with him about some topics. Then Miss Baldwin, my language arts and avid teacher. She is my favorite teacher. She is always down to business when she has to be, but she likes to laugh, so we always have a great time, even when the work is a little difficult. And I'm sure I speak for all of you when I say she will get you when least expect it. I have a quote from Maya Angelou that reminds me of her. When you learn, teach. When you get, give. I remember when we were on a field trip at a college, and Miss Baldwin paid for every single one of us to eat at their buffet, and it was so good. Miss Ricardo, you were so helpful as my guidance counselor. Your door was always open, and that meant a lot to me. Miss Coach and Miss Mortensen, I was not your student this year, but my friends were, and I noticed some things about both of you as well. Miss Coach, I love how goofy you are. The way you walk into the classroom is indescribable. Miss Mortensen, you were always so friendly. Your smile is so welcoming. Believe me when I tell you, I would not be standing here graduating if it were not for each and every one of those teachers and my guidance counselor. If there's anything I would tell my 7th grade self, It will be just to be yourself and do not let the responsibilities in 8th grade scare you, because you have friends, teachers, counselors, and more that will get you through the year smoothly. On the other hand, if there's anything that I will tell my 12th grade self, it will be congratulations, you made it this far, and that it is only the beginning of the rest of your successful life. But today, right now, everyone in here is successful. And I hope that every single one of your parents are proud of what you did, so they can go home with huge smiles on their faces and brag to their coworkers that their kid graduated to 8th grade. I'd like to end it with another Maya Angelou quote. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you. So in high school, we will all find our story and use that to push ourselves further and further. It has been a long journey, but now it's time for the other half of the journey to begin. Thank you.
Great job, Ivan. At this time, we will begin the participation awards. Students will be called up to the stage by row. We ask that you save your applause until the end of each row. Students will walk across the stage to receive envelopes and shake hands. Great. Awesome. Oh, you got it? Oh, that's what I come up.
Natalie Albus. Gabe Allen. Lily Ballman. Natalie Bethune. Elise Black. Sean Boucher. Mikey Brittner. Malika Brody. Genesis Brown. Janiyah Campbell. Jada Capio. Nina Castillo. Jana Cawthorn. Jamel Chase. Mackenzie Clark. Jalen Clark. Yasmin Cologne. Brandon Cooper. Julia Curtis. Christian Dixon. Ava Dorsey. Ismael Espandola. Jude Blas. Coda Fisher. Veronica Flores Laverty. Montana Fulmer. Jared Fowler. Daniel Terry Freeman. Sorry. Elizabeth Georgieff. Azaria Giddings. Isaiah Gonzalez. Maya Goretsky. Sahaya Gray. William Gray. Haley Grover. McCarmen Gillen. Emily Hall. Dakari Harrell. Jennifer Hernandez. Marcus Hicks. Abby Horner. Kai Hutchins. George Inge. Brandon Johnson.
Just wait a second. Piled up here.
Teron Johnson. Amiley Jones. Najir Jones. Allison Lambert. Mackenzie Lacey. Wilfred Kamara. Ricky Lomax. Emily Lynn. Brianna Malave. Anaya Marrero. Layla Marshall. Emma McBee. Dustin McCarthy. Mason Mears. Edgar Mendoza.
Hi.
Katie Madura. Veronica Mitchell. Amy Middlestat.
Walk.
Cassandra Mulchan Pettiford. Robert Morfin. Victoria Morfin. Ryan Newby. Chelsea Knoll. Maya Akowitz. Joyce Palfy. Robert Palfy. Dwayne Phelps. Emily Phillips. Ali Pinkay. Malachi Powell. Alyssa Rains. Cameron Reed. Nadir Reed.
They did. Oh, good.
Chelsea Ramondo. Ivan Riley Jr. Naji Ringo. Gabriel Sandy Rivera. Pablo Roman. Nathan Rosario. Cole Rascaz. Angelina Scarlett. James Shin. Zakiah Smith. Robbie Spasato. Steven Stackhouse. Adriana Sweet. Nabil Tuferu. John Vickers. Jeremy Vrablik. Ayana Walker. Ryan Ward. David Witos.
I got it.
Jack Fladarchek. Peyton Whitey. Jasmine Wood. Raymond Shin.
Well-deserved applause, well-deserved. We're excited to now look back on this past year with our Team 8-3 slideshow. No tears, smiles. It's created by Miss Mortensen, so let's enjoy looking back at this year together.
Causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May it take no effort in your means and no rest. Sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less brave be the road that you follow. Well, here's to the highs that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we gonna have. You don't need money, got free pass. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. I want you to have it all. Slap bracelet. May less stress. Having no possessions, no immeasurable wealth. May you get a gold star on your next test. May your educated guesses always be correct. And may you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it each moment to the next. Or may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. Or may the road less paved be the road that you follow. Oh. Well, here's to the hearts that you gonna break. Here's to the lives that you gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. 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 Oh, I want you to have it all. All you can imagine. Oh, no matter what your path is, if you believe it, then anything can happen. Go, go, go. Raise your glasses. Go, go, go. You can have it all. I told you, here's to the hearts that you gonna break. Here's to the lives that you gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we gonna have. Here's to the always making me love. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. I want you to have it all.
No tears. It's a happy day, no tears. Congratulations, Team 8-3. And now, the high school class of 2023. Students will now be dismissed by row to the left of the stage. Parents, please exit through the rear doors you entered through and make a right when you exit the building in order to meet up with your students outside. Please have a wonderful day, a fantastic, safe summer.